Okay, so let's talk thighplasty surgery, the truths, the real truths that nobody tell you. So I had thighplasty surgery about 13 days ago, March, March 10th, 13 days ago. One of the hardest things I've ever gone through as far as recovery is concerned. I have had a panniculectomy, which is the removal of excess skin. Um, Backtrack, I've had 2 weight loss surgeries, one in 2018, the gastric sleeve, and then one in 2021. I had the gastric bypass. Got through those pretty good, but of course, you know what comes with weight loss, excess weight loss. I lost about 150 pounds total, and with that weight loss came some extra skin on my thighs, on my stomach, also on my arms, which I'll be doing a brachioplasty at some point. But and also, FYI, my insurance covered both the thighplasty and the panniculectomy, which I'm grateful for. Some insurances covers it, some don't, but mine did. You just need to speak to your surgeon about that, or actually talk to your insurance provider first to find out if it's covered. Just got to know the right things to say. But anyway, fast forward, because I know you're here because you want to know about the recovery. So first 3 days, worst days of my life, had me rethinking the whole thing. Pain was horrible. Pretty much I was wrapped in ace bandages until I could get a compression garment on, but it was hard to have those on with having drains in, which I'll insert a picture at some point with my drains. But going to the restroom was very difficult. You got to think it's your lower extremities, so sitting down and getting up from the toilet was difficult. I did get a raised toilet seat, which is one thing that I feel like you probably should invest in if you're going to have this procedure done. The other thing that I invested in that was amazing was a female urinal. I'll also insert a link for that as well. That saved my life. It was weird because I'm standing up using the restroom and that's not my normal anatomy. But anyway, it worked. I still use it to this day, 13 days out. It's wonderful. Like I said, something else you definitely want to invest in. Another thing is everybody's journey is different in regards to plastic surgeries, the things that you need. It's wonderful if you have someone to help you, especially in the very beginning days, because it's hard to maneuver, it's hard to walk around, although they want you to do some walking just to kind of keep your limbs working and kind of build dexterity back in your legs. But you got to be careful because there's stitches there. Showering, I couldn't do that until the 3rd day, which is hard for me as a female, but I did it. I managed, which it was still difficult because having the drains at my knees made it difficult. However, what I did purchase also is something to put my drains in as I am showering, and that helped a great deal. I'll also insert a link for that as well. There's so many things that a lot of people tell you that you should invest in when you're getting these surgeries, pre-op and post-op. Just wait and see what you'll need. You won't need a lot. My doctor told me today that I don't necessarily have to wear Spanx or a faja. She told me that a tight leggings would be good for me to wear. And I'm glad because I hate Spanx. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate fajas. I hate trying to squeeze into those things. But I will insert what I did purchase, which were compression capris, and they feel wonderful. So that's something else that might be good for you to invest in. Again, I'm just sharing because I know there are some things that I did get that ended up being unnecessary. But this is my journey. Yours is going to be yours. Everybody's situation is different. You won't know until you know. But what I will say is, if you are contemplating getting surgeries and or getting any plastics after major weight loss, don't think too hard about it. Don't go by anybody else's journey. There's a lot of videos on here that give, they show you horror stories, and there's some that tell you it's a breeze, and you just never know until you actually go through it yourself. Take bits and pieces from people, but your outcome is going to be dependent on how you take care of yourself and how much you pay attention to your body. You have to stay nice and hydrated. You have to eat. I do take vitamins. I take collagen. I have now started taking vitamin C and zinc and all of that, things that I should have been taking in the first place. But anyway, anything to help the elasticity of my skin. But this is a journey. Like I said, I am 13 days out. I went for my first pre-op today. It went wonderful. She said I'm healing well. I do still have swelling. You will continuously have swelling, but you'll see the end results later. 6 months down the line, maybe, is when you'll really have the full result. But again, everybody's situation is different. Some people have more skin removed than others. Some people have lipo with it. I did not have lipo with it. My insurance merely paid for the skin removal, which in essence ended up being some tightening because they have to pull your skin back together. But I'm glad that it covered that because I didn't have to worry about that cost. But I just wanted to come on here and share what I have been dealing with. It hurts like hell. The first 3 days, 3 or 4 days for me, it did. But like I said, having a support system and someone to help you in the very beginning is godsend. It's a wonderful thing. So again, if you're thinking about the surgery, get the surgery. I didn't do it out of vanity. I did it to make myself feel comfortable after my weight loss. I'm horrible with exercise. I have bad knees, no cartilage in my knees, and I refuse, even at 50 years old, to get knee replacement. I'm not ready for that. So I'm hoping that taking some of that fat off of my thighs that way will help with my knee issues a little bit. But either way, I don't regret it. I did after day 1. But come day 4, come day 5, I was even off of the oxycodone and the Tylenol. I was rotating them before the pain could kick in really good, just to make sure that I didn't feel as much pain as I probably could have. But I weaned myself off of all pain meds by day 6 or 7, all pain meds. So there are still some little nagging pains, and then you can feel your nerves trying to work back together and stuff like that, but it's nothing that you can't handle, I promise you. So either way, do the surgery. It's worth it. I promise you it's worth it. And I'll insert pictures so you can see some of the products that I mentioned, and I'll be back on to talk about other things, including some other things. So stay tuned.